Once up on time in a small house, their loved father and son. Ravi was a hard-working single father. After losing his wife when Aarav was just a baby, who had spent his entire life providing for his son, Aarav, Ravi dedicated himself to being both a father and a mother. He worked long hours as a taxi driver, sacrificing his own dreams to ensure Aarav had. But as Aarav grew older, he began to drift away. He was embarrassed by his father's simple lifestyle, his worn-out clothes, and his aging taxi. He started spending more time with his college friends, avoiding Ravi's calls and rarely coming home. One evening, after months of silence, Aarav finally returned home. But it wasn't for a warm reunion. It was to tell his father that he had received a job offer in another city and was leaving for good. Days passed, then weeks. Aarav was too busy settling into his new life to think about his father. But one evening, while unpacking, he found a crumpled piece of paper, his father's letter. "My dear Aarav, I know you have outgrown me, and that's okay. I always wanted you to have a life better than mine. If I embarrassed you, I'm sorry. But remember, every mile I drove, every meal I skipped, every tear I hid was only for you. I never wanted anything in return. Just a little time, maybe a call now and then. But if that's too much to ask, just promise me one thing. Be happy. With love, your father." Tears streamed down Aarav's face. Memories of his father's sacrifices flooded his mind. The late nights waiting for him, the old hands that worked tirelessly, the love he had ignored. Without a second thought, Aarav grabbed his phone and dialed his father's number. It rang and rang. No answer. A sinking feeling filled his chest. He packed his bags and rushed back home. When he arrived, the house was eerily quiet. A neighbor approached him with teary eyes. "Your father, he passed away last night." Aarav fell to his knees, clutching the letter in his hands. He had waited too long. The man who had given him everything was gone. That night he sat in his father's old taxi, running his fingers over the worn-out steering wheel, remembering the man who had sacrificed everything for him. And for the first time in years, he whispered, "I love you, Father." But the only response was the silence of the empty streets. Love your parents while they are still around. They may not ask for much, but they deserve your time, respect, and love. Don't wait until it's too late to show them you care. Parents' love is unconditional and often unspoken. Appreciate it before it's just a memory. Or it is too late.